clock.
Well, it's that time again. I'm going to bring Fran on. It's that time again for the mayor of Rock and Roll and Friends. And of course, I'm Doc G. I want to give a quick shout out to all the people dealing with the fires in New Jersey. We have our thoughts and prayers for the mayor of Rock and Roll and Friends show from me, Sal Serchia, and from Fran. But I want to welcome the mayor of Rock and Roll and to tell us who our guest is, but it's not here yet. Hopefully it'll get here soon.
Yes.
Sal Serchia.
Thank you, Brother Gene, my man. You are the best, brother. Well, for I might as well, being that he's not here yet, might as well do the shout-outs. First of all, we have to do a shout-out for Paul, who always makes the incredible, great posters that we have. Then we have a couple of birthdays. Also, we then wish Paul a happy birthday. So we have to wish him a happy belated birthday to Paul. Happy birthday, right, Paul Ali. We had Cheryl just had a birthday, right?
Happy birthday, Cheryl.
Happy birthday, Cheryl. And one of the show's main, there she goes. I was just getting ready to say it. Irene Rogers' birthday today.
Happy birthday, too. Happy birthday,
Irene.
Happy birthday, Irene. Today's your birthday. I didn't forget. I already had it written down in front of me. I said, I better make sure we say happy birthday to Irene.
I want to shout out to my son's birthday
Irene?
Tomorrow, too. My son's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to him, too.
Your son as well, yes.
Happy birthday. There's a lot of birthdays happening here.
Yeah, so before we start, Gene, if Larry can't get in, he needs somebody to help him with the browser. Would you be able to do that?
Well, I'm on the show. I can't.
He's having a hard time getting in?
Yeah.
He said something with his browser.
I'm doing the show. I can't.
Well, I don't even see Gene right now, so he's just buffering. I don't know if that's just on my end. Are you seeing Gene?
I'm seeing Gene.
I don't see. I only see you. Gene is a little stink circling, buffering.
You're in the basement.
The internet, probably.
Why.
Yeah, I'm down under.
What do I do? Do I go off and you guys keep going with the show? And how do I get him in?
Just have him use Chrome browser.
Chrome. All right. I hope he
That's
knows
all.
how to do that.
Restart his computer or phone and use Chrome browser. That's how he got in last time.
All right, let me. You guys go ahead, continue talking what you want to talk about. I'll be back.
We're just gonna bullshit because see, I can't help somebody when the show is going on. I have to help them before the show. That's why the idea is try to get here earlier. People that are out there, get here earlier in case you have technical problems. I can help you get in.
Exactly. I know. That's the thing. Sometimes we all think last minute and figure, oh, come on at 9 o'clock on the dot, and then I can't do it. Well, believe it or not, this is the Mayor of Rock and Roll and Friends, episode number 24. We've done 24 shows, Gene. You know that?
24 shows. Wow.
24 shows. And we had Larry Romano on. The last time we had him on was October 23rd, 2024. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And he's back by popular demand, but he's still not
popular demand. Yeah.
He's back by popular demand. Larry is a actor, writer, director, musician, drummer, songwriter, and he's in tons of stuff. But I don't want to say all the stuff without him being here.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad trying to promote his things without him actually wanting to promote himself the way he wants to promote himself.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll get him in. Once he gets on, we'll get him to promote himself. Well, I'll give a shout out to my good friend Johnny P from the Johnny P Show.
Hey, Johnny.
Johnny P, my brother. He left me a message before, and I want to give him a shout out because me and Larry Romano are part of his entourage of the Johnny P Show. Both of us have been on his show numerous times. I think I was on there twice. I don't even remember. But me and Larry Romano both part of the Johnny P Show. So love you, brother Johnny P. We'll have Johnny P on again soon, one of these days when he's ready as well. But let's see. Irene, got any questions, Irene? Even though we don't have a guest? Well, we did the
I
shout out,
appreciate you
Paul.
being here, though. That's for sure.
What's that?
We appreciate Irene being here. I just want to shout out everybody. I'm going to be at, hopefully, if everything goes well, I will be Saturday, April 26th. I will be at the Smodcastle Films for the International Film Festival Awards. I will be one of the judges. I will be handing out awards. We're going to be talking about categories and films, and there's some really great films out there. So I would love for anybody to come by and say, hey, I want to like to come meet you, Doc G. My wife and my daughter are going to be there with me. It's going to be a real fun time. Now, however, it could get canceled. I don't know because of the weather. If the fire comes up that way, they may cancel the event. So that could be happening. But if you want to come, I'll be there. I believe it starts at 12 o'clock and it ends at 8. So it's going to be a long day. But we're going to have a lot of fun. Oh, my good friend Stephen Keller's there. Hey, Stephen. I love Stephen. Stephen Keller is from the band called Ripped. All right, here's Fran's back again.
He's trying to get in on his computer. I sent him a link on his email.
Let's see if he can get in.
Yeah,
Well, I was just saying, my good friend Stephen Keller's here from the band Ripped. Hey, Stephen.
Hi.
And Paul Ali's here. A lot of great people are here. So
hi, guys.
Paul, did you hear the shout out? We did a big shout out to you in the very beginning of the show.
We apologize, Paul, for not talking about you all the time. We appreciate you so much.
Yes, I love his posters.
It's the best poster on the planet.
That's right. Amen. Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's one of my
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
We're like the Three Stooges, like your shirt, right? Like your shirt.
Yeah, Three Stooges. Everybody see my shirt?
And Paul, there it goes. Well, Larry, Moe, and Curly.
No.
Yeah, see?
Now, Stephen, was he on your show once before?
Stephen is a musician.
Yeah, I see that.
He's been in a lot of different shows on our station. He's also been in a lot of different shows on other stations. But he's a good friend of ours, and we love cool. Stephen. He's also involved in this thing called that was the sponsor for us called Rock to Adopt. If you're looking for a dog or a cat, this is the place to be. Rock to Adopt. Go to rocktoadopt.org, and you will find a lot of great information about the event. Stephen's band's going to be there. I hope I can go to the event. I'm not sure. I don't think the event's around the fire or not. I hope it's not, but that's a little bit of ways off yet. We got a couple months for that yet.
Bring that up to Larry Romano because he's a big animal advocate and he might go. Go.
Yeah, there you go, Stephen.
That would be a great thing, man.
Yeah, we're gonna tell Larry Romano, who was from the TV series King of Queens and several other things. What else was he in?
Oh man, I'll tell you right now. Donnie Brasco.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thin Red Line, Out for Justice with Steven Seagal, Lock Up with Sylvester Stallone, Laugh Kill a Laugh, my very good friend Kamal from the Jerky Boys.
Okay.
A movie called Laugh Kill a Laugh. Great movie. One of my favorites. The Irishman and so many more. It's like I could go on forever over here. Well, he did his own movie as well, Saturday in the Park. I know Fran's going to
he'll be talking about that tonight. He's going to be talking about that tonight. I'm hoping he gets on because we got a lot to talk about with him, about the animals, the music festival he's going to be doing this weekend, and all of his projects and so on. So praying and hoping he gets in. You know, he's trying on the computer, guys. I know it's always technical difficulties when we're live, always.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
It wouldn't be the show if there wasn't.
I know. Right? You know, and nobody blames anybody, you know.
No.
Hey, all you have to do is lose the internet and there's no show at all. So I mean,
yeah, exactly.
How often does that happen? I used to lose internet for days at my house over here. You know,
my wife every now and then.
Forget about it. And especially if you have kids and they can't get on the internet, man, you better just go hide somewhere because
have you guys seen the new tech? I'll just talk about this real quick because I'm an IT guy. So the new tech is actually, you know how you got the router and you got Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
This right now it's all built into one.
Yeah, this eliminates Wi-Fi.
Right.
So what it is it plugs into your router, and it takes all the energy from the router and puts it into your electrical socket.
Oh,
So that means anywhere you go in your house, around your house, on your house, wherever it is, you got internet.
oh, there you go, Sal.
So
Bye.
you don't need Wi-Fi. And
Well,
it's a direct link to the router. So guess what? The Wi-Fi signals go down and everything else goes up. You just plug it in and you're good.
Well,
Wow.
Sal, invest.
well, you know what? My friend Anthony
Larry's here.
Beneducci,
Larry,
Larry's
in?
here.
It says the devices are not connected. He's trying to.
Oh,
Wait till he connects.
nuclear device. Remember that song, Nuclear Device? Dun, dun.
Where did I hear that from?
That was an old song from the 80s.
Oh my
freaky
gosh.
band. I forgot what they were called. And they had this video where they're going, Nuclear Device. Dun, 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 dun. Nuclear Device. You remember? It was in the 80s. It would be on MTV all the time.
Oh, I
Freaky
remember
song.
that. I do remember that now.
Yeah. And they used to do
Oh, what was
they
the
had
name
hats.
of that band?
They would wear hats. and
That's
on
the
hats they had
Devo?
ropes with the corks.
Devo?
No, not Devo. I know Devo very well, but I mean, no, it's another band. Oh man, it's on YouTube. You can look it up on YouTube. Just put in the song "Nuclear Device" and the song will pop up.
Oh, okay. Because I don't remember the band. I remember the
Oh,
song.
it was one of those freaky bands that you would see on MTV when all those weird bands would come out of the woodworks. That like these English bands and songs like Wunderbar from Germany, Temples Tudor. There is a word. What was it? There is a word in German, and I think it says it all. Wunderbar, wunderbar, wunderbar. Do you remember that video? I have
do.
that video on YouTube. I
Dirk
actually was the
Hamazar?
first one to post it.
Remember Dirk Hamazar?
What's that?
Dirk Hamazar?
Of course. Dun, dun, dun. They made the cheesiest video. He was just running with a blue screen behind him.
You can talk about that all night. That's amazing.
Remember
You're
that?
Right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I ran by the flying the seagulls.
Oh, flock
The
of
seagulls.
seagulls.
Flock of seagulls.
I
Yeah.
saw
I
the
ran.
flock of
That was
seagulls.
the weirdest freaking video with aluminum foil.
And it looked like a horror movie. And I like when he come down with his finger on one note on the keyboard. And I ran so far away. I just ran. I ran both night and day. And he had that hair. I couldn't get away.
Yeah, because he was, you know what? He was a hairstylist, and he was going.
Yeah,
for
that stuff.
Yeah, like the Mongo look with the seagull look out.
I liked the flock of
cool.
seagulls. I thought they were very good, and they
They were
spacey.
good.
Yeah, they're very spacey sounding, and they had good songs.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I can go back to some bands in the '80s while we're here talking about this, like Duran Duran. I love Duran Duran.
Well, I love them. I hung out with Simon Le Bon and his mom and the bass player. What's the name?
Taylor.
Yeah, Andy Taylor. And who was the other guy? The keyboard player.
Oh, geez, now you're testing me.
They came into the China Club. They played at the Beacon Theater. They did a show at the Beacon Theater, and then they came downstairs to the China Club and hung out all night. I sat, and Simon Le Bon had his mom with him. And I sat
cool.
with Simon Le Bon's mom, keeping
That's
her
so
company.
cool.
No,
Yeah.
Simon was like, "Sal, you're the best. Thank you for keeping my mom company." But she was just sitting there. And Simon Le Bon was at my first Limelight gig at the Limelight.
Oh, Limelight. Okay.
Yeah, we were playing. I see Simon Le Bon walking in with two girls, one on each arm. Yeah, and my girlfriend at the time, she wanted to get his autograph, so we would be backstage in the VIP room where he was with the babes. I told him, "Hey, Simon, the only reason why I don't have all these girls around me is because I'm with my girlfriend, or else I'd have a bunch too." He goes, "Really, mate? Yeah, nice
Did you
guy."
see what Stephen Keller says? He says Alice Cooper Group just released a new single from their upcoming album, The Revenge of Alice Cooper, 52 years after the last one. Wow, 52 years.
Alice Cooper.
Wow.
Man. Definitely. I remember when I was a little kid, my brother bought the Love It to Death album. Alice Cooper's brilliant. Great. I love Alice Cooper. I think I have every CD he's ever made.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you have everything everybody made anyway. I mean,
yeah.
I have an exclusive, a big record album and CD thing, but probably nothing to compare to certain other people.
Matter of fact, Steven, right? Steven?
Yeah.
The first, when I was like 15 years old, and I first started playing bass, and the first song I sang with my brother, we had like a 3-piece band. The first song I sang at 15 years old, it's on YouTube, was I Never Cry by Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper, yeah.
Yeah. I Never Cry, from the Alice Cooper Goes to Hell album.
I always loved him. I always freaking loved his music. It didn't matter if it was crazy rock or whatever it was, early heavy metal, whatever it was. But I love his old music. I remember a song he did called "We're All Clones."
Oh, of course.
Nobody remembers that song.
Yeah,
I know you do, and I do, but nobody. I'd say, you don't remember the clone song? What clone song? Alice Cooper did a clone song.
Yeah. The first, his first 4 albums were good, but Love It to Death came out, and then he started getting better and better and better. But the first few albums were okay. I remember the second album had that song called "Laugh" on it, and it's laughing at me. I don't know if you remember that. But what about "Welcome to My Nightmare"? What an album that is!
Yeah, great album. Yeah.
Oh, the songs are incredible. Black Widow.
I play Black Widow every Halloween.
Do you?
Every freaking Halloween, I play that, and a lot of his other stuff.
Oh, Alice Cooper's great. I hung out with him.
My nightmare. Yeah.
I met Alice Cooper because I'm good friends with Tom Savini. You know Tom Savini does all the makeup for the horror movies, and
Tom
Savini, and Tom Savini is good friends with Alice Cooper. So I was at Chiller, and Tom Savini's hanging out with Alice Cooper. So I walked right there. And
when you go to Chiller next time, you take me with you. I'm going with you. I'm going to hang with you. Everybody knows you.
Yeah. And then me and Alice Cooper started talking about the China Club days, because he used to come there on the Monday nights.
Oh my
God. It was called Big Frank's night. Big Frank passed away. He used to book he used to do the night. They had different promoters doing different nights. Yeah. And Big Frankie was the guy who did the Monday nights. And Alice Cooper used to come to there all the time. I said, you're crap. Thank you, brother. Oh man, we could go on all night. I love Steven, man. Forget about Larry Romano. We're going to talk about Alice Cooper tonight.
That's fine with me. Listen, we've got to talk about something, right?
Hey, Steven, how about this one? Don't know why I'm down here. Must be something I said. Or some small as affection. It's in my soul, in my head. That's Alice Cooper Goes to Hell album.
I love that.
You can go to hell. You're something that never should have happened. You even make your grandma sick. You poison a blind man's dog and steal his cane. You take up a rapper and mail it to your Aunt Jane. You even force-feed a diabetic a candy cane.
Damn, dude. Give the kid a break, he says. Hey,
give it a break.
Hey, Cheryl.
Yeah. Give the kid a break. Oh, man. I like Steven. We'll talk more with Steven.
I tell you, Steven is a good guy. You can just talk to him all night.
I love him.
It's awesome.
Oh,
hey,
man.
Paul. So we lost Fran. We lost Fran. Everybody up there, we lost Fran, and we don't have a guest. Our guest can't make it in for some reason, whatever reason it is. He can't make it in.
I know. I feel so bad for him because we have a lot of stuff to promote him about. He's got this thing going on Friday with what's it called? The Raven Drum Foundation in the Cutting Room. It's Friday night. This Friday night, my friend Billy Amendola is the guy who's running the whole thing, I think. And it's a big event this Friday at the Cutting Room. If anybody's listening, you're going to have my friend Ricky Bird from Joan Jett and the Blackhearts going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is for Peter Criss, my friend Peter Criss from Kiss.
Oh, dude.
Larry Romano is giving away his outfit from Lockup with Sylvester Stallone, the movie.
Awesome.
If you go to YouTube, he sees your shows. He said, this outfit could be yours. I guess they're having some kind of a raffle there Friday night. What does Irene say? Hey, Cheryl. But I feel bad that he can't get in,
Yeah, I
And
know.
it's
We'll try to at the before we end, we're going to try to promote what he is promoting, like you just did. So at least we give them that, and that's all we really can do because they can't do. Like I told her, we can't do anything. And host, you got to understand when you are a guest and you're a guest on this show or any shows, when a person asks you to try to be there early, please try to be there early. If you can't make it, we'll cancel and reschedule because it's very hard for any of us to do anything while we're on air. You got to understand that. It's nothing against you. It's just that we can't do anything.
Right. Now, Steven just said that his band did I'm 18 and what was the other one? Funk. My eyes so blood.
Blue Turk.
Blue Turk. Oh man, great songs. 18. Oh man, I'm 18 and I don't want 18. I gotta get away.
Yeah, but
I
now
gotta get out of this place. I go running in outer space. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I gotta.
She's asking if Fran's okay. I don't know. I see her coming on, but then she's not there. There's no video signal. There's no audio.
I think Fran probably hit the bottle by now. She's probably got the bottle of Jack Daniels. She said, hell with this. I'm getting a little buzzed. I give up, she said. But hey, listen, it is what it is. We can't do nothing about it, but we're keeping everybody entertained. My man Steven, we're having an Alice Cooper marathon over here.
There you go. There you go.
Alice Cooper's such a great guy. Steven, I don't know if you ever met him. You would love him. He's the best, man. Such a sweetheart. We
interviewed his one of the guitarists from the band. I forget what his name was, but it was such a sweet, real nice guy. Dennis Dunaway. Dunaway.
Bass player.
Bass player. Yep. He was such a nice guy.
Oh, a good friend of mine. I know him very well.
See, like I said, you would know who it is. I can't remember his name, but it was Dennis Dunaway. That's who it was.
Yeah, Dennis Dunaway. He's the bass player. He was the original from the old days. Thank you, and keeping entertained. Yeah, see, Irene appreciates that I'm keeping everybody entertained.
Even knows.
And
Cheryl's going to see me Saturday. By the way, guys, I'll announce this again. Cheryl and I will be at the International Film Festival Awards at the Smod Castle Films in Atlantic Highlands from 12 o'clock to whatever time. There's all different blocks you can buy it. I think there's 3 different blocks. But we're going to be giving out awards. We're both film judges, and we'd love to meet and see anybody come out to see us. I know I'm not a celebrity, but some of these people in these awards may be. So, we just lost Fran again. So,
you're Doc G. What do you mean not a celebrity?
Well, you know.
Oh, I know. Doc G's a celebrity, baby.
Like she wants me to help him. How can I help him? How? I can't. How can I help him? I had to answer. How can I help him? Yeah, come out and see.
I can't.
Well, and I can't either because I got to do the show. I can't go out of the show and come back. It's not fair.
Came and see us. Come and see us.
He can't get in. It's the browser is not letting him do the code that it's sending him.
There's no code.
He said it's asking him for a code.
There is no code.
I have his phone number. Would you be able to? You can't?
Well, I'm doing the show.
I know. I don't know what to do because I can't.
Well, already we're a half hour into.
Yeah, we're a half hour in right now.
I know.
We'll just have to reschedule again.
Yeah, he said if we have to reschedule, we'll reschedule. But
he's got to get here early.
We're promoting him anyway. Yeah. Because he's on the post, and we love Brother Larry. He's a great guy, and then sometimes some things happen. But while you were gone, friend, we've been promoting them like crazy. I said again, Larry Romano is an actor, writer, director, musician, drummer, songwriter,
right,
and filmmaker.
Yes, and he's also.
I think he's also a singer. Didn't he sing? What is that song?
I don't know if he sang, but I know he plays an instrument. But he also wanted to talk about. You could mention about what is he doing on the 25th? Did you mention that already?
I mentioned it, but I'll mention it again. But there's a song that it's on YouTube, and I think it's him singing. It's called He's the King of Queens, written by Larry Romano.
Oh yes, yes.
That's
was
him
the
singing, right?
It was the Bronx one. It was about the Bronx and the what is that called? Madison Square Garden. They all played it. All right. So that was a big thing with him.
And that was him singing, right?
Yes.
So that makes him also a singer.
Yes.
Absolutely. He's singing on
But
the track.
Larry's also a serious about animal rescue, and he loves dogs and cats, and he's an advocate for the animals, and he has an animal loves law. I wanted him to explain this, but unfortunately he can't get on. There's an issue with the browsers. It happens. What are we gonna do, right?
I know.
Yeah. He's living large out of the garage. Yeah.
It is what it is. So we can reschedule if you want. He said he apologizes. He tried to be trying for 20 minutes before,
Hey, listen, it happens. What can you do, right? But in the
Yeah.
meantime,
he might be in a weird Wi-Fi spot. There could be a lot of different reasons, but
yeah.
As far as I know, anybody that comes on this show, you have to, unfortunately, StreamYard recommends that you go through Facebook or YouTube. If you're not signed into either one of them or Google, it doesn't let you get into the browser. And if you can't get into the browser, it won't let you into the software.
Yeah.
That I do know.
I know. He did put in with Facebook and it sent him a code, but it was saying the code is not the code. And he was writing it down. It wouldn't let him in.
Yeah, it's because he's probably not logged into his browser. He's got to be logged into his browser. Can't just go in as guest.
And he doesn't know how to do that, he said. He was trying.
I don't even either. All I know is it tells you to do it. You have to go in to log into your browser. You have to go in your browser. You have to sign in, and then it'll let you in.
We had that same problem. Remember me and you, Sal?
That's why you use your phone.
In the very beginning, yeah. But we came on time because we started early. Remember, I said it was like right before 9 o'clock, and both of us came in at the same time. Because I didn't know, I had to go through Facebook. My daughter, if it wasn't for my daughter, I would have been like Larry, still missing. But also, Larry, May 10th is going to be at Paisan Con.
That's right.
I can play that. I have that for you. Let me see.
Paisan Con is going to be at. So
let me see if I can play that. Hold on.
Yeah, let's play a few of his things. We could put his stuff up that he sent. That would help.
That's what I'm trying to do right
now.
Just hold on.
You might remember me from The King of Queens, movies with Sylvester Stallone, Al Pacino, Johnny Depp, The Thin Red Line. I finally got a chance to direct my first feature film, Saturday in the Park. It's based on a play that I wrote. It was produced off Broadway, but upon completion of principal photography, my family suffered a tremendous loss. And next thing you know, I'm taking 35 shots of radiation to my head and my neck. Ooh. Chemotherapy. I go down to 125 pounds, feeding tube. Like Sylvester Stallone says, it's not how hard you get hit, it's how hard you could get hit and keep coming back off the canvas. And I just kept getting hit and getting hit and getting hit. And next thing you know, time goes by, and here I am standing on my feet up off the canvas. I'm going to tell you right now, the movie's done. The trailer is out there. I couldn't have kept getting off the canvas if it wasn't for all the people that were around me who believed in me. They believed in Saturday in the Park, the movie, and I just kept getting up, and they kept helping me get up. I get a little emotional because it's been a long ride, man. It's been a long ride, and these tears are for the people who stood by me, man, who stood by me through that thick and thin. And we just kept punching, man. Every time I got down, you picked me up, you patted me on the back, and you say, carry on. And we did. And now, on May 10th, we're going to be showing a movie at Paisan Con. May 10th, Paisan Con, Rutherford, New Jersey. And one thing I've really learned along the way, you don't have to be Italian to be a Paisan. Mm-hmm. You just got to be a friend. And I have to thank all my friends who stood with me for all these years and helped me complete this movie. You know who you are, and I'm looking forward to working with you all again on the next one. Paisan Con, May 10th, Rutherford, New Jersey, 7 p.m. See you there. Go to the website. And thank you so very much. Appreciate you.
Wow, that was
We
good.
love you, brother Larry.
We love you.
Yeah, that was beautiful, Larry.
Almost made me cry. Jeez.
Yeah.
I know.
We have another one we're going to run in a couple minutes too. But we'll talk.
And his movie, the trailer of his movie is on YouTube. If anybody wants to go see it, it's called Saturday in the Park.
I
And
saw
a
it.
lot of people, friends of mine, are in that movie. Chuck Zito's in the movie.
Yep.
Um,
Katerina Miko.
Katerina Miko is in the movie. So is Bob Colhesi,
Yes.
Bobby Colhesi, and a few other people I saw in there real quick. A guy I met, but I don't remember his name. He looks just like Sylvester Stallone. Larry knows who I'm talking about. He was in the movie.
I went to the premiere in Belmore. You were supposed to go, Sal, but you were working. Remember that?
Yes.
Yes. And this is Larry. He's a dog. He loves animals. Those were his two shepherds. They both passed away.
Oh,
And that's what Larry is doing for the animal laws, where he's trying to petition and get the breeders to stop breeding, and these shelters that are just euthanizing every day. So he has the animal love laws. He can explain it when he comes. We'll get him back on again because he has a lot to talk about, and he just loves animals, and that touched me with him because I had went to him to the veterans, the veteran dogs. Remember, I went with him a few months ago. And the dogs that are trained
right?
to help the veterans. And he supported that also. He was auctioning off his leather jacket. It was a great night that night. And it was touching how the dogs help these veterans when they come back from the war. And they function only with these dogs. These dogs keep them going. So Larry is a big supporter of that too. So I had went with him to that. And that was like a very touching night for me. It was beautiful. So that's another thing.
That was at Mulcahy's, correct?
Yes, Mulcahy's. Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to make it.
Fran, I saw the same type of thing with. Unfortunately, I was with the state police for 25 years. I saw the same thing with the canine units, how they actually were so really, kind with the dogs, but at the same time, when they lost the dog, oh my God, it was just so horrible because the dog saved them from drugs and saved them from criminal acts and stuff like that. And they're taught to do that, but at the same time, it's still an animal. And
they're emotionally supportive to the person, like especially veterans or cops or whatever. They help with PTSD and all that.
Yep.
And the animal's part of their family, part of their life, because some of these people can't function without that dog. And that dog understands your every feeling, every move. I saw it that day. How the dog was just like right on that person and made sure that person didn't fall. When the guy dropped his phone, he picked it up. It was just amazing how these dogs respond to these people. So that's what Larry does. He's really big into the animal thing. And that's what I really like him. I love that he's like that. That makes him such a soft-hearted person. He's got that softness in him, that toughness of an actor. But everything about him, like he just, I can't say anymore. When I met him, I just felt it. He was just a very good person. Good person.
And where did you meet him at, Frank?
I met him about 4 years ago at the Belmore Film Festival, actually.
Okay.
And in Belmore, and I actually interviewed him, and then we became friends. And since then, we've been friends and just, talking. And then when he came to New York, I met him and we did this thing and I helped him, get around because he flew in. So I had the car and we went to the veterans thing. So it was nice. He's just really a nice, sweet person, and you never would think, like, people look at people on TV and they look at them as a character, but they don't know them as a person itself. And when I met him, I was like, I felt like I knew him forever. Like he would come in my car and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sitting next to Larry Romano because I watched him all the time on The King of Queens and I love Larry Romano. And I'm like, that's you? And he laughed at me. It was amazing. And he's just a sweet guy because it's like I knew him forever. I felt like it was my friend and someone I just hung out with for like 30 years. It's crazy. So
he's very natural and
down to earth
guy. I mean, that's it.
Yes. So that's his post for Saturday in the Park. He wrote, directed, produced it. I saw it at the Belmore Film Festival. It was amazing. You have to see it because the ending will blow you away, but it's a great movie. The way it's put together, there's a lot of choice words in there, but the whole concept of it is amazing. Like to think of it, writing this and how he ended it was amazing. So you have to. I wish he would come back and do it again out here in Long Island because I want to get more people here. And we were thinking maybe I told him Jersey, Long Island, do it in other areas so people can come and see this movie. So I don't know what he wants to do with it. It's his movie.
I spoke with him on the phone the other day, and I was asking him if I guess he's working on it, to get the movie on Tubi, or Amazon Prime, because everybody's doing it. I mean, everybody has their movies on Amazon Prime and
they're
on
all
Tubi.
over. Yeah.
So I think he said he's working on getting that going.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not on there already because there's movies that are out there that probably don't even come close to what he did.
Exactly,
they get
he's
it on there. They get it on there.
He's a good writer. This story is basically. I don't know if it's a true story. I think it's true. I'm not sure. Don't quote me.
Yeah, no, I got to definitely check it out.
No, it was really awesome. Cheryl saw it with me. Cheryl came with me, and we really enjoyed it. It was at the Belmont Movie Theater, which I love because I have friends. Henry, is the owner of that movie theater, and he's great. He puts a lot of stuff out in that theater. A lot of good,
I know the
movies.
I've many movies that I was in premiere.
Yes, you were there. I met you there that time.
Yeah, I met when you and Cheryl. That was that movie that I did with Tina Krause and Mark.
Yes.
That's still what's the name? Brian Donahue.
Yeah, Brian Donahue. The Dublin. I know Brian for a long time. The Dublin. What is it called? The Dublin something.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Yeah, he's a wrestler. He used to be a wrestler.
He used to be a wrestler.
And the Belmont Theater. I love the Belmont Theater because they have some cool events there. I know pretty soon they have the film festival. I think in July, right? They do that every July.
That's the one with Deborah Marquardt, and that's the one that's originally where I met Larry, and I met Chuck Zito there. Chuck Zito was there for his movie with the motorcycles. I remember that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got to get them on here. We got to get them on here.
I know Chuck Zito's hard to get on. You might.
No, I'm saying about. I'm talking about from the movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But Sal knows Chuck Zito.
No, Chuck Zito. Come on,
Sal.
I worked with Chuck Zito for 3 seasons of Oz, every day, Monday through Friday, for season 4, then also season 5, and then season 6. We work together every day. Yeah. I was one of the Italian inmates with him. And then after Oz was done, which went out on top, it wasn't over because it was losing, fans. Tommy Fontana, the creator of the show, didn't want to, he wrote 6 seasons and he wanted to go out on top. He didn't want to get to the show where it got boring and people stopped watching it. He wanted to finish the show and be on top. And people were very disappointed. But right after Oz finished, me and Chuck Zito did a movie called Coalition.
Yes, I remember that one.
Coalition, which I wrote 2 Sicilian songs for the soundtrack.
Right.
And I do a scene with Chuck Zito and Frank Vincent, the late Frank Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on YouTube, and also the movie's out there and all that. But I was supposed to be in that movie that they did with Bob Glass and Chuck Zito. I turned it down because, I was on with Fred Carpenter's movies.
I was going to say Fred Carpenter. Right.
And I always got paid. All of a sudden now he didn't have in the budget to give me anything. I'm like, and the scene was I'm supposed to fight some guy with 18-inch arms. I said, whoa. I ain't taking no chances doing no fight scenes with no guys with 18-inch arms for free. Because they get carried away,
Yeah.
I've done movies. They get carried away, especially if it's non-union, whatever. I don't know if that was a SAG movie or not, but I did a non-SAG movie.
It was a SAG movie.
It was a SAG movie?
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was or not, but I did a movie called New York Cowboys. That never even came out, and I got hurt, and I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk for like 3 weeks. So I said, "That's it. No more independent films that I'm not getting paid for and getting hurt. No, thank you." you know,
that's right.
That's one of the reasons why a lot of actors won't do them films, because there's no protection in it for them. You know?
No, you gotta
Oh,
be.
man.
It's like you get
I
hurt. You
lost
get
Fran.
hurt.
You see
You know.
Fran?
Yeah, he
You see
sees
Fran,
me.
Gene? I don't see her.
She's here.
I'm here.
All I see is the little buffer.
It's because your Wi-Fi. You're in the basement again.
I see Cheryl.
Good night, Cheryl.
Enjoy
Cheryl, say
your
good
night.
you all.
Oh, okay, Cheryl, babe. I know it's almost over already.
Yeah, we
All
got
right,
about
So-
10 more minutes. I got another video I'm going to show, and then we
Yeah.
can talk about that, and then we can go from there.
Perfect.
Okay.
And let's do that. Okay, here we go. Come on.
Romano, April 25th, the Cutting Room, New York City. We're going to be honoring Peter Criss, one of my childhood heroes, a drummer from Kiss. Is going to be an auction. We're auctioning off a lot of things, including this wardrobe that I wore in the movie Lock Up with Sylvester Stallone. And all proceeds are going to the Raven Drum Foundation, supporting our first responders, my grown-up heroes. April 25th, Cutting Room, New York City, Raven Drum Foundation. This wardrobe right here that I wore in the movie with Sylvester Stallone could be yours.
Be a hard luck woman, baby, till you find your man.
See you there. April 25th, the Cutting Room, New York City.
I might
Brother Pete.
have to play that. I might have to record that and play that for him, just as a promotion for him.
Yeah, it's awesome. I
I'll
mean,
do that. I can do that.
okay.
You'll
I don't
be
think
a
he would mind,
hard
right?
luck-
No,
Yeah, it was a
no.
good song too. Yeah, it was a good song.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my boy Peter Criss, man.
Yeah.
You know what happened? Peter Criss told me a story. He said, because he was on Oz too, Peter Criss. You know that? He was on Oz.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sure.
Wasn't Stevie Van Zandt on that, or what? He was just on The Sopranos.
No, he was on The Sopranos.
Or
Sopranos.
wasn't he in
that's-
Oz too?
No, never on Oz.
No.
But everybody was on Oz one time or another. Oh my God! Every day we used to have a big name come
I
in.
wasn't
and out,
on
get-
there.
Who?
I wasn't on there.
Who are you?
They would come in and get whacked. You know, they come in on the show. Within a few days, they'll all get whacked. You know, people get killed all over the place, killed off. But Oz was a very big show. I mean, you know.
I know. I used to watch it once in a while, and I never knew you were on that. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I was one
What
of the
was your
talents.
character? What was your character on that, Sal?
Oh, I just was Sal the inmate, in my blue jumpsuit. I didn't have any speaking parts. Only a handful of people spoke on that show. I was on the show every day, but I was one of the inmates. So you saw me
Entourage.
constantly,
It was part of the gang.
Part
Yeah,
of
I
the-
get you.
That's the difference. And see, it was not an extra. I was featured. I was one of the regulars on the show. We had to work every day because we had the same guys all the time. It's not like when you do Law and Order and you're an extra and you're walking in the background or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
This time you're part of the crew. You had the whole
Yeah.
Italian, black gang, the white gang, the Irish gang, the Jewish gang, everything. So it's like we worked every day, and it was great. Like
That's
a
cool.
regular full-time job. Took me
Yeah.
a while to get used to it though, because it's like we'd be there at 7 a.m. in the morning. I have to wake up like at 4 and go meet the bus or whatever, or drive all the way when I started in season 4, the set was on 14th Street and 9th Avenue, right? The same building where they do the cooking channel.
Oh yeah.
I used to see Rachel Ray all the time.
Oh,
and
I love Rachel.
a whole bunch of them. Yeah, they were right in that building. So then they lost the lease. So season 5, they took it to New Jersey. We were in Bayonne, New Jersey.
Mm.
As soon as we went over the Bayonne Bridge, it was like a little bit, and the set was right there. It was a building, and that's where we did season 5 and then season 6. Right across the street from us, Ron Howard was doing the movie. He had a whole building right across. We'd see him every day. They were outside having lunch or whatever. And but Oz, we had so many big names. I mean, Eric Roberts, everybody. The guy who just recently passed away from the New York Dolls. What's his name? David
Oh
Johansen.
yeah, David. Yeah.
Hanson, yeah.
Every day, just Louis Guzman from Louis Guzman. He's like in every movie in the world. I worked with him in Pelham 1, 2, 3 as well. But what we were trying to get to a point on Oz about something. I can't remember what it is now. I don't.
What are we all
remember
getting privilege? What are we all need privilege in here? We're all losing our memory.
We're all shot. But again, I forgot that this is. We got to be talking about Larry Romano. Also, hey, friend, before when you were trying to help Larry, I don't know if you heard. I was saying that we had Larry on October 10th, 2024. That was one of the third, fourth show we did.
Yes.
That was October 10th, 2024.
And he was what, in Germany or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was in Berlin.
And he had no problem getting on the freaking computer.
He made it better from Germany. They did here. And this is episode today. This is episode number 24.
Oh, wow. Oh, my son's birthday tomorrow, 24.
Yeah, we've had 24 shows we've done so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Mayor of Rock and Roll and Friends with
again.
Fran Sanera and Gene Puro. And
how
Sal.
about hey, Sal, how about Guy Fieri? Do you know him?
Who?
Guy Fieri from the Food Network?
The cook.
The
Actually, my cousin Jim Fursey is a chef. He worked with him. He knows him.
We got to try to get him on because he's always friends with Sammy Hagar from.
I got to talk to my cousin. Jimmy Fursey knows him.
Reach out to him.
Yeah, I'm going to ask
He's such a good guy. So I was just listening to an interview with him, and my wife says, "Oh, he's a bad guy. He's this." I said, "Really?" On the interview, it sounds like he's such a freaking good guy. He was caring about his wife and his kids and being on the road, and he didn't want to do the Food Network. And I said, "It's what you hear."
So this Friday night, getting back to this Friday night, April 25th. It's called Raven Drum Foundation.
Raven Drum Foundation, yeah.
That's the whole thing with Peter Criss. That's what we were talking about. That's what I was getting at.
We would love to get there. Me and Sal want to go, but
Hey, do you know who killed Peter Criss on Oz?
Who? You?
Tom Waits.
Oh, Tom Waits? He passed away, didn't he?
No, he was on our show.
No, I'm thinking of the other guy.
Thomas G. Waits, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, Tom Waits. He did it. He's the one that killed him.
Yeah, he kills Peter Criss.
Oh, that's
Stabs
funny.
him in the neck with a pencil.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, it's on YouTube. I'll send it to you guys.
That's a good piece.
Became good friends because when we were doing Oz, we were together every day, and we'd sit and talk about Kiss and all that stuff.
Oh, that's how you became friends. Okay.
Yeah. I saw Peter Criss at Lamore's in Brooklyn because my friend Kenny was a guitar player in the band with me. He had a solo thing called Kenny Lee's Axe Attack, and he opened up for Peter Criss at Lamore's in Brooklyn. So I met Peter Criss. At that time, he had blonde hair.
Really?
Yeah, at least dyed hair. Well, it's blonde. I don't even know what his real color is, to be honest with you. I think it's black. I don't even know, but now it's black. But and then Kiss it was black. But there was a while there that Peter Criss had blondish hair. And he would wear the John Lennon sunglasses. And when I went backstage, I met him. But then when I was on Oz, all of a sudden I'm in the bathroom, and another guy comes in the bathroom right next to me with long hair, looked like me. And I said, "You look familiar. Who are you, brother?" He goes, "I'm Pete." I said, Pete from where?" "Peter Criss." I said, "Oh, Peter Criss." We're both taking the whiz at the same time while we're talking to each other. Yeah, we're at the bathroom, And then we started talking, and every day, we did about 3 or 4 episodes together. There's scenes on YouTube where we're sitting right next to each other on the show. We're eating in the cafeteria. Yeah.
Boy, you
so this week
with all the good ones.
Yeah. Right? Oh, that's it.
Well,
I've been out there. I've been around.
Yeah.
That's why. At the end of the day, it means absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it means absolutely nothing.
I know.
We're just spirits living in these finite bodies.
That's it.
That's right.
When the body's no good no more, we leave it, and we could start over again if we want, or just hang loose. Whatever you want to do.
Like a long-haired goose.
Like a long-haired goose. We got the silver cord, baby. We're attached to the silver cord.
You got it.
Yeah, the cord.
He knows what I'm talking about. I don't want to get too deep. Fran might not be able to sleep tonight.
I know what the silver cord is. I know about that.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
Very good. That's why every night when we go to sleep, everybody in the world leaves their body. They just don't know it.
You just leave your body, but if that cord breaks, bye bye.
That's
dead.
it,
That means you're dead.
baby. You got it right. That's right. But it's not going to break. It gets cut off when it's time.
Yeah, that's what I said. When it's time, then it goes. Then you're done.
Right. That's it.
But everybody dies and everybody goes, and that's why you dream. So when you dream, you're really exploring things and you're seeing things.
Look at you. I didn't know you know this kind of
Go,
stuff.
girl. Go,
I know
girl.
about this.
Frank.
I know about this stuff. What do you think? I just sit here and shop for people and pet my cat.
I don't know. I didn't know you were deep into that kind of stuff.
I didn't know it either. Oh my
Mhm.
God.
I'm impressed.
I know
You ever
about that
watch-
stuff.
What's her name? Daryl and Kane. What's her name? She talks about a lot of that stuff
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah. No.
She's funny too. Look how deep we're getting. We're getting deep. This was a
Wow, you're
live
getting deep.
Romano show that
Stepping
turned
in it.
into a spiritual show.
I just
Oh,
feel bad that he
wow.
couldn't get on. He was so, he wanted to promote
Oh, so
his
sorry.
things, and I just feel terrible. It's
Oh,
is
so
what
do
it
I.
is, man.
I feel bad too.
Well, we
You
got
know.
two of his videos up, and did I send you pictures? Oh yeah, I sent you the dog picture. Okay,
I sent both pictures. I put both pictures up.
okay, so everything's
Make
good then.
sure
So,
everything that he sent got up there.
so at least
we
we got
talked
some
about it.
info out. Yes,
Right.
yes.
And we talked about it. And then he'll have the
Yes.
show. He can share whatever. And then hopefully
Yeah.
we'll get him next time. I mean,
Yeah.
what can I say? It's just one of them things.
And he tried
Where's
to get
my
on. He
boy-
said he was trying from 25 to like almost a half hour before, but
Always listen. Whenever you guys get any guests, give them my contact info, my email,
yeah.
and my phone number. This
All
way, if when I get on here, usually try to come on here half an hour before.
Yeah, you do. You're always on early
Right.
too.
So that's when I was on here at 8:30. So if somebody needs to make sure everything's working, because I had this happen with another guy the other night. He's like, "Oh, dude," he said, "I'm professional. I'm going to be right there." Was it that Trey guy we had?
Oh, Trey. No, Trey got on right
and
away.
he was like, "I'm here because I want to make sure everything works right." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, great, thank you. That's what we need. We need more people like that." But
Yeah.
stuff happens. I get it, and but you got to give them my name, my phone number, and my email.
All right.
And
From
if
now
they
on,
have
I'm
a
going to do
problem,
that.
have them email me or call me, and I'll be more than glad to get them in
Yeah.
any way I can.
I'm going to talk to I'm going to give him your number and everything now, so then he has it. for
Yeah,
next time.
absolutely. Please do. Please do.
All
So we
right.
get about 7 minutes left. What else do you want to talk about, Sal? You want to talk
Sal's
about
got
shows?
glasses on right now.
Shows
Yeah,
like
I
Like
can't see.
Poindexter.
I look like forget about look at this guy.
Poindexter. Look
name?
at me. We match. We match.
Madonna mia. We ate so much. I watched the first show we did before. Not the whole thing. I went to the summit to the very first show. And it's like amazing. Only how many 6 months ago? We look so much younger than we do. So you see, you can't believe it. You go look at that first show.
Thanks a lot. Now I really feel good.
And all three of us look so much younger.
Oh boy. You're saying we look like a
Trust
bunch
me.
of old farts now? What is this?
Trust me. Go look at it. You won't believe how much different we all look.
What is this? The Lawrence Welk show now? We're
The
like this. I don't know.
These words he speaks are true.
It's
Where's the
funny.
bubbles? Where's the bubbles, Paul? Paul, put some bubbles up.
Where's
Where's the
Bubbles,
Lawrence Welk
balloons,
show?
Paul
and
probably
anything.
left. Paul probably said, "Geez, I made this great post that Paul Larry wasn't even there. I'm not even watching the show." He probably said. We don't wants to listen to us.
Shit.
But I tell you one thing, we had a good time talking about Alice Cooper before while you were trying to get Larry on
Ah, darn it.
with Steven. Oh,
Steven.
Steven!
He's
So
a good guy. Yeah,
if
he's
he's
a real
still
good
there.
guy. No, I
If
don't think he's
Steve
there
is-
anymore, but he was there.
Okay.
Alice Cooper. I remember seeing Alice Cooper at Forest Hills. Oh my God. That was years ago.
Was that the Welcome to My Nightmare Tour?
I don't know. It must have been. It was Forest Hills Stadium in Queens. I was like, holy
That's how
crap.
you would know. Was that that was early 70s, right?
Yeah, and I saw the Who there. I saw
Who?
actually, believe it or not, Led Zeppelin.
You saw who?
Led Zeppelin, the Who. Everybody was at Forest Hills in those days.
Gene was trying to pull a fast one on you.
She didn't
Yeah,
get it.
yeah, I know. I got it.
Oh, did
When
you?
I was a kid, my brother drove me crazy. I couldn't believe it. My brother there was a song, "No Time Left for You."
Oh, I
Oh,
love
yeah,
that song.
yeah.
On my
So I said to
way
my brother, "Yeah." I
Yep.
said to my brother, I said, "Wow, this is a great song. Who is this?" He goes, "Guess who?" I said, "Who?" He goes, "Guess who?" I said, "Who?" He said, "Guess who?" I said, "Come on, you're breaking my job. So who is it?" He said, "Guess who?" He got me going for about 10 minutes. He said, "The name of the band is Guess Who." I said, "Oh shit, that was just like who's on first. I don't know who's on second."
I love that song too. That's such an old song.
I've got a funny story about that from Burton Cummings, the keyboardist in the band. He said, this is what he said when he was interviewed. He said, they said, "How did you get the name to Guess Who?" And they said it was actually funny because they were trying to come up with a name for the band. And they couldn't come up with a name for the band, but they had to be doing it at the studio. So they were working in the studio. So somebody called for the band, right? And the person put down who's the name of the band, and then they just put Guess Who as a funny thing. And they used the name Guess Who for the band.
See? Wow.
There
You just never know, man. You never know.
Wow.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
There's another one like that with ELO. When ELO was starting out in 1969, 1970, before ELO became Electric Light Orchestra or a big ELO, they were a little ELO, and they were just with all kinds of horns and stuff like that. But the first album was actually called No Answer. So when the record executive called, what do you want us to call the album? And they said, we have no idea, right? We have no idea. So we're trying to think of a name. And the lady called the studio. So what is the name of the album? And then she put on the pad, No Answer. And the album became No Answer.
Oh my God.
You can't make this shit up.
No, you can't.
Wow.
Well,
Accidents
I did that too.
become part of life.
I love it.
My open mic jam, I'll tell you, but this story, just like you said,
Wow.
I used to do open mic jams. I was one of the first ones to start an open mic jam in Long Island because I was doing it. So anyway, remember the club February's in Elmont
Yeah.
So I was working at a video store at the time. So Gasper, who passed away, my good friend Gasper, asked me, "Sal, I want to give you a night to book bands. Why don't you book bands? And whatever bands you bring in, I'll give you 10%, whatever comes in the door, you know?" I said, "Okay." So I said, "We got to book 3 bands." So I'm in the video store, and I had one band. Okay, I blocked in one band. I'm making calls, locked in another band. I couldn't get a third band. Now, I was trying my best to get a third band. I couldn't get one. And, you know, he calls me, Gasper, the owner of February. He says, "Sal, did you book the third band? Because I need to put this in the Good Times papers. You know, I got to put it in. Because they put it in the paper, you know, newspaper, Good Times."
Yeah.
So I'm looking, God, I don't have a third band. So I'm looking out the window of the video store where I worked on Liberty Avenue. I don't know, friend, you remember right on 115th Street?
I know that video store. Yes.
Okay. I worked in there. Right across the street was the Jewish guy. He had the store called Discount City. Do you remember that?
Yep.
So he said, "What's the name of the third band?" So I just looked across that. I said, "The third band is called Discount City." He says, "Great." So I said, "What did I do? What do I do now?" So I said to myself, "You know what? When I get to the club on Monday night, I'm just going to invite a bunch of musicians, and we're just going to get up and just jam anything." And it turned out to be fantastic. So from there on, it became the Discount City Jam Night Band, whatever it was.
See?
And I created, because I looked at the store across the street, it's called Discount City.
Wow.
I remember telling a few people, "That's how you got."
That's so cool.
See how that
Discount
came
City
about?
Jam. Huh?
I like the way that came about. That's cool.
It's just like you were just saying about the you know,
Telephone, the thing with the
There's thousands
and you
of
know, and you
stories
want to know
like that.
something right now? You know what? How we're talking about how things get created, right? This show tonight that we're doing right now, I got a brainstorm. Whenever we can't get no guests, I'm gonna have just the 3 of us talk about music.
Yeah.
That's all. We just talk about we got a whole conversation tonight. It was awesome.
I'm going to have Paul make when I don't have a guest, Paul will make a poster saying Mayor of Rock and Roller Friends, Gene Piero and Fran Sinera talking about music of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And we could talk about the Flock of Seagulls. We could talk about this one.
Endless. It's
The
endless.
Who, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
We need it. You know how fast the show will go by talking this kind of stuff?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do.
And tidbits. We find all these different tidbits. I like that.
Don't have to always have a guest.
No. Well, we're our own guests. We're the Three Stooges.
I was talking
We
to
just do
Steve
it well.
about Alice Cooper. I was having the time of my life.
Oh yeah, it was really good. We enjoyed it. I mean,
I
you know, we missed Larry, but at the same time, we were able to make it work. You know.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a nice show. We got some of his info out, which was important.
Yeah.
And
we definitely
I'm
talked
sorry,
about
you
him
know,
the whole show.
but it is what it is. But we'll have him on again. And next time we'll try to, like I said, I'm going to give him your name and your number and everything. And,
Every guest host that you have,
all right, we're going to do that.
Give them my info, please, from the start. And
All right.
if they have a problem, reach out to me. Even if they want to come on an hour early to try
Yeah.
and make sure everything was good,
Yeah.
do that too.
All right. We'll
All
do
right,
that.
guys.
But that's
right.
definitely, I'm definitely going to go for that. I mean, if we have a hard time getting a guest, we'll still have a show and we'll just talk
Yeah.
about our favorite bands, our favorite songs, who wrote them,
Yeah.
who've covered them. It'd be a great show. Rock and roll.
No, we did. It went good. I'm glad, you guys kept it going too, which is great. And we had fun. We always
And
do. We always get it going or figure it out. So
And during the show, we could play a few songs, some of Gene's songs, some of my
yes.
songs.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's a good idea.
And
Sure. I got a
we
lot of new
have-
stuff. I got-
And Frank could sing us an acapella song.
I'll sing a tune.
Sing me a tune, baby.
It's called My Pillow is Waiting for Me. No, I'm only kidding.
No, that's a good song. Wait a minute. Tears on my pillow, pain in my heart, caused by
Caused
you.
by you, I can't sing. Ooh.
That's good.
And then you could say, then after that, you could start singing, I'm tossing and turning.
Oh, that's definitely what
toss,
I gotta
baby,
sing.
turn. I threw the blanket on the floor.
Yeah, that's
Just
it.
thinking about the mayor.
That's
I
it.
can't tell me how many times I flipped the pillow trying to keep it cool
Me
because my
too.
head gets hot.
Me too.
I
Me
can't
too.
sleep. I
Me-
keep flipping it. About the
Me
fifth
too.
time, I finally fall asleep.
Me too. And then I get a headache. My neck hurts. I text Sal 2 a.m. Why are you up, Sal? Sal, you up? I can't sleep.
Jesus.
I can't take it. I can't.
We're
Ooh.
nuts.
All
All
right.
right,
so
guys.
It's our
And the-
time. Paul, you're done with us? Play the
I don't know, I
balloons
think
for Sal.
Paul probably fell asleep. He got bored.
Yeah, Paul's
Paul's
done.
without
No, I don't
this
see
shit.
no
I'm outta
confetti.
here.
There's no
Thank you,
confetti.
guys. Thank you, everybody,
right,
for
man.
listening.
Next
We enjoy
week.
your time.
If I don't have a guest for next week, we are still going to do a show, and it's going to be
Okay.
rock.
Perfect.
And Larry Romano, I'm sorry we missed you, but we got your
we're gonna
info out. Have
reschedule
a
it.
great
Please get
night.
back to him and reschedule him. Yes, absolutely.
We
Yes.
love you, brother Larry. And we did talk about him throughout the whole show and promoted
Yes.
what got going on. We
I'm
promoted.
gonna give him a ring a ding ding now. I'm gonna call him after. we
Yeah,
get off.
call him up and tell him that even while you were trying to help him get on, me and Gene were talking about the event coming up on Friday. We're talking about Paisan,
Okay.
movies, everything. So, I mean,
Okay.
we really promoted them well.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Ciao, guys. Have a good night. Gene,
Bye,
have a
everybody.
good time at the film
Enjoy your
festival
week.
this
Yes,
weekend.
yes. Well, yes. I know you guys can't make it, but that's my thing. I'll hopefully be there Saturday.
Yeah.
God willing, I'll be there.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Bye. Look, go like this.